At which of the following sites is the most water reabsorbed? So which is the site of the gastrointestinal tract most of the water is reabsorbed? You have the options. Options are the right colon, left colon, stomach, jejunum, and duodenum. So now we have to find out the most of the water reabsorbed from which of the following organ. So first of all, what our mind thinks colon, that means either right colon or left colon. But let's see what happened next. So water reabsorption during 24 hours of the period, average person will ingest or drink about the 200 ml of the liquid water. So around 2 liter of the liquid a person usually orally takes. Further 800 ml, that means further 8 liter of fluid will enter the small bowel as the gastrointestinal secretion. So 22 liter it is secreted from the it is taken per orally, and about 8 liter of fluid will enter into small bowel as a gastrointestinal secretion. Intestinal water absorption is a passive process and is related to the solute load. So it depends on the solute. When there is more solute, then the more water. When there is less solute, less water, because we know the solute, it attracts water. In jejunum, active absorption of the glucose and amino acid will create a concentration gradient that the water will flow across. That means in the jejunum, the metabolic product it crosses the membrane, and when the metabolic product goes, such as the glucose, it may be amino acid, and when it goes, it takes water with them. In ileum, most water reabsorbed, a process of facilitated diffusion. So in the ileum, the water, most of the water is facilitated diffusion, and approximately 150 ml of water enters into the colon daily. Most of is absorbed. The colon can adapt to and increase the amount of following resection. So the colon, it absorb only 150 ml, which is very small amount, which is not typically a glass of water or half glass of water. This is the 150 ml. So very small amount of water is reabsorbed or absorbed by the colon. But there is a misconception that we always think the colon, it absorb most of the water, but it is not true, because actually the main function of the colon is absorption of the water, but not most of the water. Most of the water, it is absorbed by the jejunum. So water absorption of the gastrointestinal tract predominantly occurs in the small intestine. Predominantly, this is important, predominantly, that means the most of the water, it is reabsorbed in the jejunum and ileum, mainly in the jejunum. The colon is an important site of water reabsorption, but overall contribution is relatively small. So colon, it contributes, but its amount is very less relating to the small intestine. The importance of the colonic component of the water absorption may increase following extensive small bowel resection. But here the beauty that the colon, it can increase its absorption when there is small bowel resection. So what is the most water reabsorbed? Now I think it is clear. It is from the jejunum, not from the right colon, not from the left colon. And water, actually the stomach, usually in the stomach there is no water reabsorbed, and in duodenum there is minimum amount of water reabsorption occurs.